Right, so today is the 11th of June. It is currently 10 degrees and it hasn't stopped raining for the last 3 days. As you can see, I have lit the fire, even though last week I shut it down for the summer, cleaned it up, got it all ready to go. It's probably very good for the plants, but I'm not enjoying this at all. Mind you, I couldn't even go boating if I wanted to, because there's a coot that has built a nest right in front of my boat. She seems to be quite happy sitting there. Looks a bit miserable to me, but she seems alright. So until her little chicks have hatched and have left home, I'm sort of grounded. Right, so I'm making this slotted inner gunnel. What I've done is I've just cut a load of sections, the same strip that I'm using on the outside. I tried to cut them with my chop saw, but the chop saw was so blunt it was splintering all the edges, so I ended up doing them by hand. It takes a bit longer, but it's alright. And I'm just spacing them out using a blank one, gluing them and screwing them. Put a longer section up at the bow to hold the mast step and that. I'm going to put a slightly longer section here in the corner of the transom too. Okay, so that's all the slotted bits put on, and then I'll just have the one strip along the inside, and hopefully that'll look pretty good. Meanwhile, I'm going to put another 2 strips on this side. Okay, so that's both sides all glued up now. The epoxy's gone off, so the next job is to start smoothing down the sides, get it all level. Get rid of the big ridge of fiberglass which is sticking up around the front, and just start to smooth it all down. So the next thing is to make the bit that goes in the front, which is called the breast hook. And unfortunately I'm going to come unstuck now because this involves carpentry. So I'm not entirely sure how this is going to turn out. But what I'm going to do, get some paper, fairly stiff paper, put it over and then press it down onto these lines so I can get an idea of what shape I've got to cut. Of course the whole thing's complicated because not only got to cut the shape, I've then got to cut it at a curve, and of course the curve changes as you go around, so it's going to be a case of cutting a blank out, I think, and then just shaping it, keep shaping it, trying it, shaping it, trying it until it fits. Well, to cut a long story short, a lot of grinding, sanding and messing about. I've got a fairly good fit. It's not perfect by any means, but I'm quite happy with it. Right, that's the breast hook all glued in place. The epoxy's gone off, it's nice and hard, so that just needs sanding down. Yes, I'm aware there are some gaps, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm not quite sure what to do with the end here. I need to make some kind of rubber buffer maybe, but as yet I haven't had any inspiration on that, so I'm just going to leave it until something occurs to me. So there's only one more bit of proper carpentry left to do, and that's to make the mast step. Now, the mast obviously goes in this hole, although that's probably a little bit low. I might have to raise it up a bit, but it needs a support along the top. Now, I could just stick a piece of wood across the top there, drill a hole in it and use that as the mast step, but I would much prefer to have something that looks a bit better and goes a little bit higher, so I need to make a curved mast support, and that means laminating some plywood.